Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching me from. So today's video is about two women giving us reasons to ask why the black women in America are single and not married. A lot of them, not all of them. So this very first speaker thinks she knows why. She gave her reasons, and the second speaker came with opposing points and all that. So in this video, I'll play both videos from each speaker and give my take, my 2 cents, and I would love you all to also contribute your 2 cents in the comment section. So let's start off with the very first speaker.
Here is the reason why majority of black women are behind in the dating game, behind in the marital game. They're not getting married and they cannot secure, or they have not been securing men who provide. And the main reason why is honestly speaking, it's first societal programming, and second, the way that we raise our children, which is why I encourage every black woman that's watching this video, even if you made mistakes and you already have children, be the person that breaks the pattern in the family, especially in regards to the selection of men. Let's be honest. Women who are of other cultures, as white women, Middle Eastern women, Asian women, they are taught to target and date and pursue men who are providers, someone or a man who has something to offer. Because in those cultures, when the father gives their daughter away to that man, they don't have the expectation in their mind that their daughter is going to have to struggle, work hard, work double shifts. They feel like, we're giving our precious flower away to you. Here she is. Make sure you take good care of her and make sure you're able to provide for her. But in the black community, we're taught different. We're taught to date someone just because you like them. Oh, he's not working. It's okay, girl. Girl, hold him down. Hold him down. He doesn't have much going on. Hold him down. Just work it out. Stick it out. We're kind of taught that struggle narrative, of hard work and hard labor. And we're taught, but why would you be doing hard labor if you have a man present that you are in a relationship with?
Okay, let me hold it there. Why would you want to get married to a man that cannot take care of you? I don't understand. I know a lot of people will shout and say hypergamy. That's basic. Okay, if you don't know what that means, it means getting married or being in a relationship with someone that is superior than you, someone that has more than you. Do you get? So why would you want to marry down? No. Don't date down. Don't marry down. No. It's either you marry someone in the same level as you or someone that is higher than you. And it's something that African parents are into. They don't want to give their kids away to someone that cannot take care of their kids, because if they give their kids away to someone that cannot take care of their kids, it's going to be a liability on the family, because that their child will always come back home for help, and no family wants that. No family wants to carry their own family burden and also carry that of their child. Because if your child comes back home and asks for help, there's no way you would abandon your child. So you have to be careful while choosing your husband. But this is common, but it does not mean that everyone in Nigeria or Africa does it this way. But this is what is common. Because when you meet someone, they will ask you, what does he do for a living? When you tell your parents you have a man, they will ask you, what does he do for a living? What is his family like? Because in Nigeria, you can't just get married just like that. That's if your family is together and you listen to your family and all that. If you do it the family way, the traditional way, your parents will go out there to research about the family you're getting married into. Family history is important. They want to know, what are these people like, before we can let our child into their family, because it's important. You don't just wake up and just get married like that. No, it happens. People do that, but that's not what is common in Nigeria. So why would you want to get married to someone that cannot take care of you? Like, fine face, they put food for table. We are not after the fine face. No, you might want to date someone that is cute, but when it comes to getting married, who can take care of you is what you're looking at. Can this man take care of me? Can this man take care of his kids? Nobody wants a liability.
Difference. And there was a point in time I was working in a luxury firm. Luxury firm was predominantly a Caucasian luxury firm. And, we would have girl talk, like all the associates, like it was really chill vibes. We would all like sit down in the lunchroom and just talk about like girl stuff. Everyone's dating someone new, catching up. And I noticed that the Caucasian women in there and the Middle Eastern women in there and even the Latin women in there, their first question when anyone in our group was dating a man, their first question was, okay, what does he do for a living? That was always the first question. It wasn't, do you like him? Do you love him? Does he treat you nicely? No, that was never the first question. And as I grew up and I matured, it totally dawned on me. And I'm like, no wonder they are so far economically with marriages and with relationships, because the first thing that they look at is financial security. Black women, on the other hand, that is not the first thing that they look at unless they're from African cultures. African women are totally different when it comes to American women as far as how they date. That man has to be, if they're going to check bank statements before the marriage is even legalized, they're going to check bank statements. That's how it is in Africa. So props to African women. They have that on lock as far as Black women. But it dawned on me, and I'm like, this is the problem. Like, this is it right here. Why are African American women not vetting men properly? Why aren't they choosing men who are educated? Why are they not looking for men who have something to offer? Why are they looking for men that they have to work with or slave with? Majority of the African American women that I know that are highly educated, hyper educated, they take care of their husbands. Their husbands are house husbands. And I've seen that trend. And when I was a kid, I knew it wasn't right. When I was younger, I knew it didn't make sense. But now that I'm older, I'm like,
okay. In Nigeria, men are supposed to take care of women, but we've seen cases where women do. And a lot of families in Nigeria, women do, but they make it look as though their husbands are the ones taking care of them. It's okay. In Nigeria, you don't casually see a female graduate, marrying someone that is not a graduate. But it's easier for you to see a man that is a graduate marrying a woman that is not a graduate. For women, they are looking up. They're leveling up. They marry up. They date up. They don't want to date down. You get what I mean? But for men, if they feel like they are the ones, with men here, men are looking for not companion. Men are looking for support system, someone that can aid him achieve what he wants to achieve. As long as you are supportive, the man does not care that you have a degree or not. But for women, there is no way a woman will have a degree and you expect that woman to marry someone that is not on the same level. It would only take the grace of God for that family to move smoothly. I'm not saying that's the case. I'm not saying that's common, but I'm just saying it takes a good person not to let that affect the dynamics of their family, if you get what I mean. So yeah. But why would you advise someone to get married to a man that has nothing to offer? Why would you advise someone to get married because the person likes Marriage is beyond I like you. Marriage is beyond I love you. Love cannot bring food to the table. No, let's be real here. Marriage is beyond love. Marriage is beyond love. So you have to be real. Don't marry someone because the person has fine face or the person is looking cute. No, don't do that. You have to be serious because marriage is a serious business. Nigerian women, their focus is this. It's either the man can take care of herself and provide for the family, or the man has potentials. What do I mean by the man has potentials? Okay, you can have a man that is a graduate out of school and you see that this man is very hardworking, he's not lazing around, then you can decide, okay, fine, this man has potentials based on how I've seen him do his stuff and his history. So I can marry this man, and if he keeps going this way, with God's blessings, he can get a job and life will get better. Nobody wants to marry a lazy man. So in that scenario, that's a man that has potentials. You might not have it right now, but if you have the potential, you graduate, You have something, you're hustling towards something to get. Nobody wants a liability. Nobody wants a liability. Let's hear what the second speaker has to say.
Middle Eastern women, Asian women, they are taught to.
All right, so I wasn't gonna stitch this video. I was gonna save it for my YouTube channel, but I decided why not? Let's just do it right here. So I felt like I liked the way this video started. I was all in the beginning, but then when it got towards the middle part, I'm like, yeah, no. This is the same rhetoric that everybody is speaking to our women. That's why we are so behind in the dating pool, for real, for real. What we forget is that a lot of these women have some of the most important characteristics that our women in the community are not taught. One, be submissive to your husband. He's the head of the household. He makes the rules. His career is important. So a lot of these Caucasian women who you see with these men who have great careers is because they usually met them or knew them since high school. And as they decided to be together and they aged together, they decided that, hey, my man is going to go to law school. My man is going to go to medical school. I'm going to support him through that. So when he graduates, they're able to, sorry about that, I'm a stay-at-home mom. They're able to enjoy the fruits of their labor. Middle Eastern women, a lot of these women come over to
I get what she's saying. This kind of stuff she just said used to happen back in the days. This is no longer common. This is no longer common. And it has nothing to do with submission. It has nothing to do with submission. I think it's the culture of the people, how the men are being brought up. The problem here is the men in the black community. Why can't they equip themselves? The focus should be the men in the black community should get educated, equip themselves, and become better men. That is it. It's just that the men in that community are not doing that. That's why the women are the ones taking on that role. In my own community or in Nigeria, men want to be men and they know what to do to be men. They get educated. They start up businesses. They get work. They get employed. Because they know that when they get married, they will definitely take on the role of the head of the family. It is automatic. But in the black community, I don't think that's the case. Probably no one tells the men there that this is how you're supposed to be. You're supposed to be the head of the family, not let the woman take that away from you. So if the men are not taking on that role, what then do you expect the women to do? The women will become masculine. Women that are supposed to be feminine, they become masculine because men are not taking on the role they are supposed to take on.
America with nothing. Sorry about that. Again, these kids are a little busy. But these women come over here with almost nothing. Their husbands tell them, take care of the household. They'll go downtown and get every public assistance that's out there while their husband's going to get the grant to start their store, while they're going to get the grant to start their business, and their wife is doing what they're told so that the husband can set their family up to prosper. Our women don't want to do that. They want to go get the degree. And I'm one of the women who did that. Me and my husband been together since I was 19 years old. I wanted to go get the degree. I wanted to get the great paying job until he was like, I'm not going to be one of those men. Sit down. You're going to be at home with our kids. I'm going to go out and I'm going to provide. And because of the way I was raised, oh, you don't let a man, keep you in the house and, let him be the one to have everything because he can leave you. He can decide that he want to leave and you'll be left with nothing. That's what our women is taught. So we think, let's go get that degree. Let's get that job. So in case he decide he want to leave, I'm okay. That's why these women in those cultures, if their husband was to leave, they would have to start from zero because their entire life is to support their husband the way the Bible tells us to. So what's so funny is that if we actually listen to our Bible and deal with these women for the most part do in these cultures, our whole community would be better off. That's the real problem. But I'll talk to y'all about that later.
I get her point, yeah? The women, they decide to be selfish and equip themselves because of the fear of their husbands leaving them for another man. I think it all boils down to the society, the community, how the men were being brought up. I'm not saying that in Nigeria people don't get divorced. I'm not saying that in Nigeria men don't leave their wives. They do. But it's not as common as it is in the black community in the US. So if men do that often in that community, then I wouldn't blame the women for equipping themselves because it's the best thing to do. For me, I always say everyone should equip themselves. I don't believe in let me support you and then forget about my own dream and my own aspirations. No. And then for the Asian and Caucasian women that support their husband and stay home, these days people are getting divorced in that community. Things are changing. So it still boils down to equipping yourself. Everyone should equip themselves individually, because you cannot tell what the future holds. You cannot tell what the future holds. Because of that, I would say everyone should equip themselves individually. If someone wakes up and decides to leave, no one is going to feel the pain that much. No one is going to feel cheated that much. You get what I mean? So I get her point, but what she said about submission has nothing to do with why the black community is behind. I don't think that's the case. For me, the men is the problem. They are not encouraging their men to equip themselves. I don't know why the men are not focused on going to school, getting educated, starting a business and being better men. The word is better men. If they have better men that understands that they are supposed to be men and know how to be men, and if the men are being taught how to be men, I think they will have less of the dating issue and the marriage issues. And the women also needs to check themselves. I wouldn't blame any woman that decides to take on the role of a man. Rather, we're asking the man, why did you let this happen? Because if a man is supposed to be a man and he refuses to be a man, don't blame any woman that switches from being feminine to being masculine when it comes to gender role. Blame the man. Why did you create that vacancy? Why did you create that opening? This is what I think. Guys, this is it. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching, and bye.